Is artificial intelligence out of control? It may not be theoretically possible to speculate on the actions of artificial intelligence, according to researchers from the Max-Planck Institute for Humans and Machines. A super-intelligent machine that controls the world sounds like science fiction, but there are already machines that perform certain important tasks unassisted without programmers fully understanding how they learned it. Our society is moving continuously towards a reliance on artificial intelligence, from AI and interactive job interviews to creating music and also memes, as AI is already very much a part of everyday life. So hey viewers, welcome back to TechVerse, where today we're back with a new video on uncontrolled artificial intelligence. Are you guys excited? Without any delay, let's dive into the video. And before that, please make sure you hit that bell icon and subscribe to our channel so you get every single update about our channel. According to the research group's study published in the Journal of Artificial Intelligence Research, to predict an AI's actions, duplication of that actual superintelligence would need to be made. The question of whether a superintelligence could be contained is barely a new one. Manuel Alfonseca, who is a co-author of the study and leader of the research group at the Max-Planck Institute's Center for Humans and Machines, said that it all centers around containment algorithms, not unlike Asimov's first law of robotics in accordance with the IEEE. According to Asimov, a robot could not harm a human or let them come to harm. They had to obey orders until when such orders conflict with the first law, and they had to protect themselves, provided this did not conflict with the first or second law. The scientists explored different ways to control artificial intelligence. The first they got was to limit an AI's access to the internet. The team also explored Alan Turing's halting problem, deducing that a containment algorithm to simulate the behavior of AI, where the algorithm would halt the AI if it went to harm humans, would simply be improbable. Alan Turing's halting problem explores whether a program can be terminated with containment algorithms or will continue running indefinitely. A machine is asked various questions to see whether it reaches conclusions or becomes trapped in a brutal cycle. This test can also be related to less complex machines, but with artificial intelligence. This is complex by their ability to retain all computer programs in their memory. Superintelligence poses a radically different problem than those typically studied under the banner of robot ethics. If artificial intelligence were educated using robotic laws, it might be able to reach independent results, but that does not mean it can be controlled. The ability of modern computers to modify using sophisticated machine learning algorithms makes it even more difficult to make assumptions about the eventual behavior of a superintelligent AI. Rawan warned that artificial intelligence should not be created if it's not necessary, as it is difficult to map the course of its potential evolution, and we won't be able to limit its capacities further down the line. We may not even know when superintelligent machines have reached, as trying to establish whether a device is superintelligent compared to humans is not different from the problems presented by containment. At the rate of present AI development, this advice may simply be wishful thinking, as companies from Baker McKenzie to tech giants like Amazon, Apple, and Google are still in the process of integrating AI into their businesses, so it may be a thing of time before we have a superintelligence on our hands. It appears robotic laws would be powerless to prevent a potential machine uprising, and that AI development is an area that should be explored with caution. Now we will see the risks of AI. In March 2018, at the South by Southwest Tech Conference in Austin, Elon Musk issued a friendly warning. Mark my words, billionaire, relax in a furry-colored bomber jacket and days-old scruff. AI is far more dangerous than nukes. No shrinking violet, especially when it comes to suggesting technology. The outspoken Musk has repeated a version of these artificial intelligence premonitions in other settings as well. He said that he's really quite close to the cutting edge in AI, and it scares the hell out of him. It is capable of enormously more than almost anyone knows, and the rate of improvement is exponential. Musk is far from alone in his extremely skeptical views. A year before, the late physicist Stephen Hawking was similarly forthright when he told an audience in Portugal that AI's impact could be cataclysmic until when its rapid development is strictly and ethically controlled. Until then, we learn how to prepare for and avoid the potential risks. Considering the number and scope of unfathomably horrible events in world history, that's really saying something. And in case we've not driven home the point quite firmly enough, research fellow Stuart Armstrong from the Future of Life Institute has spoken of AI as an extinction risk were it to go rogue. Even nuclear war is on a different level destruction-wise, because it would kill only a comparatively small proportion of the planet. If AI went bad and 95% of humans were killed, then the remaining 5% would be extinguished soon after. it has certain characteristics of very bad risks. How would AI arrive at such a hazardous point? Cognitive scientist and author Gary Marcus offered some details in an elucidating 2013 New Yorker essay. Once computers can productively reprogram themselves and successfully improve themselves, leading to a so-called technological singularity or intelligence explosion, the risks of machines outplaying humans in battles for resources and self-sustaining cannot simply be dismissed. As AI grows more sophisticated and ever-present, the voices warning against its current and future hazards grow louder. Whether it is the increasing automation of certain jobs, gender, and racial prejudice issues stemming from outdated information sources, or autonomous weapons that operate without human oversight, unease abounds on a number of fronts. Destructive superintelligence, also known as artificial intelligence, is created by humans and escapes our control to wreak havoc in a category all its own. It's also something that might or might not come to a completion, so at this point, it's less risky than a hypothetical threat, an ever-looming source of factual dread. Job automation is normally viewed as the most immediate concern. It is no longer a matter of if AI will replace certain types of jobs, but to what stage. In many industries, particularly but not purely those whose workers perform predictable and repetitive tasks, disruption is well underway. 36 million people work in jobs with high exposure to automation means that before long, at least 70% of their tasks ranging from retail sales and market analysis to warehouse work and hospitality will be done using AI. An even newer Brookings report deduces that white-collar jobs may actually be most at risk. And a 2018 report from McKinsey & Company, the African-American workforce will be the hardest hit. The reason we have a low unemployment rate that does not actually capture people that are not looking for work is large than lower-wage service sector jobs have been pretty robustly created by this economy, renowned futurist Martin Ford told Built In. I don't think that is going to continue. As AI robots become smarter and defter, the same tasks will require fewer humans. And while it is true that AI will create jobs, an unstated number of which remain undefined, many will be inaccessible to less educationally advanced members of the replaced workforce. If you're flipping burgers at McDonald's and more automation comes in, is one of these new jobs going to be a good match for you? Or is it likely that the new job requires lots of education or training, or maybe even inherent talents, really strong interpersonal skills or creativity that you might not have? As those are the things that, at least so far, computers are not very good at. I think we can talk about all these risks and that they are very real, but AI is also going to be the most important tool in our toolbox for solving the biggest challenges we face, which include climate change. When it comes to the near term, the doubts are more noticeable. We really need to be much smarter. Over the next decade or more, I do worry about these challenges and our ability to modify them. Do you also? Well, let this question be answered in the comment box below. And that'll take us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's proven very helpful for you. The rest of your views you can give in the comment section below. And of course, we thank you so much for watching today. Have a great day, everyone, and stay tuned for our next